In a small village on the outskirts of the city, there lived a man named Daniel Reed. He wasn't born with money. He wasn't born with opportunity. He wasn't born with luck. He was born into poverty. His house was a broken wooden structure. Some days he slept without food. Some nights he walked miles searching for work. But he carried one thing no one could take away: a quiet fire inside him, a fire called hope. At 16, Daniel lost his father. At 18, he became the only support for his mother and little sister. He worked wherever he could, carrying bricks, loading trucks, cleaning shops, repairing broken things. Not because he loved the work, but because his family needed him. Every night he looked at the stars and whispered, "One day, life will change." People laughed at him. Some mocked him. Some said, "A poor man's dream means nothing." But Daniel believed differently. At 21, Daniel collected all his savings and started a tiny street stall. It was his first business, his first dream. But he failed, badly. A storm destroyed his stall. His savings were gone. His hopes shattered. For the first time, Daniel felt defeated. He cried quietly in the dark, thinking, maybe they were right. Maybe a poor man's dream really means nothing. But deep inside, a small voice whispered back, "Not yet." One morning, Daniel met an old man outside a shop. The old man was struggling with heavy bags. Daniel helped him, without expecting anything. The man smiled and asked, "Why did you help me, son?" Daniel replied softly, "Because I know what struggle feels like." The old man introduced himself, Mr. Carter, owner of a small factory. Impressed by Daniel's honesty and humility, he offered him a job. That job changed everything. Inside the factory, Daniel wasn't the smartest worker. He wasn't the fastest, but he was the most dedicated. He stayed after hours. He asked questions. He learned skills others ignored: marketing, sales, finance, repairs, communication. He became more than a worker. He became valuable. One day, Mr. Carter said, "Daniel, you have something money can't buy: hunger." And he promoted him again and again. At 28, Daniel decided to try again. He saved every dollar, cut every unnecessary expense, and started a small business, selling affordable household products. But this time, he wasn't alone. He had skills. He had discipline. He had experience. And he had belief. The business grew. Customers trusted him. People admired his honesty. Within 5 years, his single shop turned into a chain across the region. Daniel was no longer poor. He was successful, respected, independent. Years later, Daniel returned to the same village he grew up in. But now he wasn't the boy with empty pockets. He wasn't the boy who cried in the darkness. He wasn't the boy who failed. He was the man who rose. He built free schools for poor children. He offered jobs to struggling families. He rebuilt broken homes, homes like his old one. People who once mocked him now told their children, "Look at Daniel Reed. He proved that poverty is not a destiny. It's just a beginning." Daniel's story teaches us, you don't need money to start. You don't need connections to grow. You don't need luck to succeed. And above all, you need to keep moving forward, especially when life pulls you backwards. Because one day the world will look at you the way they looked at Daniel Reed and say, "This is what impossible looks like when it becomes possible." If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want more dark, mysterious, and chilling tales like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon. I'll see you in the next story. Until then, Stay curious, stay safe,